Hello, I'm glad you've decided to learn about community colleges. There's a lot to benefit from this video, so hang tight while I take you through the pros, the cons, and the interesting gray areas. I hope to answer all the questions on your minds by the end of this video, and if there are any that I miss, please be kind enough to articulate them clearly in the comment section so that everyone can benefit as well. What is the main difference between community college and university? Universities are authorized to bestow upon successful graduates a 4-year degree and beyond, while community colleges are only authorized to award up to 3-year diplomas and associate degrees, a 4-year degree and beyond. By that, I'm referring to a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, and of course, a PhD. Community colleges award a bundle of shorter options divided into 3 subcategories, namely programs, courses, and customized continuous learning. The credentials community colleges award include advanced diplomas, certificates, micro-credentials, and post-diplomas. Some of the programs that you can find in those areas include applied arts, business, engineering technology, health science, industrial trades, information technology, natural resources, tourism, and academic upgrades. Now, what is articulation agreement? And why should you pay special attention to this term if you are attending or intending to attend a community college? By definition, articulation agreements detail a pathway between 2 academic bodies, a college and a university, and their academic programs. Articulations agreements are important transfer guides that explain what transfers are possible in terms of specialization and what a student must do to meet the transfer requirements. For example, a student must attain a certain grade in a subject that is relevant to the transfer. There are 3 perspectives and 3 parties at play here: the student, the sender college, and the receiving college. They each play a crucial role if a transfer is to be successful. Personally, I relish the term protocol, transfer protocol, because that defines precisely what the rules of engagements are. Courses to enroll in, which ones are relevant to achieving your program goals. Is community college a good option or a good idea? Community colleges are growing in popularity among Canadian and non-Canadian students, and there is a good reason why. I think that international students can benefit from this growing trend too. I'm going to give you reasons why you should consider attending a community college. If you are a student who thrives on receiving attention or having discussions outside the scope of a lecture, then you should go to community college. With class sizes that are typically half that of universities, you will have plenty of peer to instructor or peer-to-peer interaction. Furthermore, experience has shown that community college staff tend to be more available when it comes to taking steps towards building your success. They pay more attention towards helping you strategize, while at a university, it is easy to feel utterly on one's own. The next reason would be focus. If you are someone that gets carried away easily by extracurricular activities that do not contribute to a student's success, attending community college could be the thing for you. Personally, I made my very best grades in community college. I attended university, but in community college, with little to distract me, I had to buckle down and study. But I still had fun this time, volunteering and championing new initiatives in my community and at my college. The next reason would be connections. If you are not good at connecting at large conventions and conferences, community college programs with multiple co-ops through the course of your program will give you many opportunities to make important industry connections. Industry connections are great because they can get you links to jobs, but even if that fails, the connections you make with members of staff will always be invaluable when it comes to getting references for scholarship, job interviews, and life in general. Community colleges are made up of people with the most diverse background in terms of age, class, race, and life experience. This rich blend is priceless, as it allows you to view the labor market from a 360 view. Think about it. Many of your course mates will go on to study at different universities and work in various roles, but they will always remember their time at community college with you. The next reason would be flexibility. If you are undecided about a career and where you fit in the big picture, like a lot of people are, a lot of people drop out of programs, a lot of students change their minds, and for the most part, people are still finding themselves even long into their career. So starting community college can provide you the flexibility without expensive disruption you need to figure things out. For example, a student who picks the business administration program from the College of the North Atlantic can 1. Graduate at the end of year 1 with a business administration certificate and go on to get a job. Or they could graduate at the end of second year with a business administration diploma and get a job. Or they could graduate at the end of the third year with a business management diploma and go on to get a job. Or they can do what most students aspire to do, which is to transfer into the fourth year of a bachelor's of business administration degree with a minimum of 30 articulated courses using what we call a block transfer, provided they meet the requirements spelled out in the articulation agreement. Articulation agreements are frequently being revised, so it is important to stay on top of new changes. Next reason would be affordability. And this brings us to the reason we have all been waiting for. Money, money, money. Major cost savings, avoiding debt, maybe even paying out of pocket. Before we jump right in, I would like to thank you for sharing this information with your friends and for taking the time to subscribe to my channel where I'm constantly sharing education content like this. Obviously, we already know that community colleges are not heavily funded, and very few of them can compete with top universities when it comes to state-of-the-art sporting or research facilities. But that being said, in many cases, it is simply not important. It simply doesn't matter. That's it. I said it. It does not matter, because you can save tens of thousands of dollars in tuition cost, ancillary fees, and get a quality education. University education has progressively gotten ridiculously expensive over time. The Canadian Federation of Students estimates that the average student debt is more than 28,000 Canadian dollars, and it takes most students 10 years to pay off this debt. It is no wonder that people are quickly catching on to the value of community colleges that prepare people for practical work in a shorter amount of time at a significantly less cost. This is even more valid for international students who are foreign nationals and non-permanent residents of Canada, as their tuition fees are typically 3 times that of their domestic comrades. Community college tuitions are more affordable and offer programs that are eligible for funding like the OSAP, Second Career, and other loans and grants. Since we're talking about international students, Some community college programs allow successful graduates to be eligible for the highly coveted postgraduate work permit. To find out which colleges, be sure to ask or visit Canada's Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship website to find out the DLI list. DLI stands for Designated Learning Institution. You will be prompted to make your selection from the 13 provinces and territories in Canada. I have also pinned a few helpful links to this video for your convenience. Remember though, that the bigger the community college though, the better the chances of funding and in turn, facilities. This especially applies to aspiring pro athletes that require well-equipped gymnasiums, coaching, exposure, and more. Some community college full-time tuitions are as low as 1,800 Canadian dollars yearly for Canadian students and 8,300 Canadian yearly for international students. In summary, in order to decide if community college is for you, I'll ask you this question. Are you a research student? Are you research student material? If no, then choose community college. If yes, then you can still choose community college by planning your path to a 4-year degree using articulation agreements. Thank you for your attention and have a lovely day. Thank you.